Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for chapter 5 Civics part 1 Media and Democracy. We have already discussed about meaning of media, types of media, media and technology and role of media in democracy. So these four important points have been already discussed in the previous video. Now we are going to discuss media ethics and accountability. Also the government and information. Then we will discuss about a popular struggle, Right to Information Act 2005. So these are some of the important topics which we are going to discuss in this video. Now what are media ethics and accountability? Actually, this media is considered to be the fourth pillar of democracy. The main aim of media is to provide people information on various issues of public interest. Now, whatever information they are providing, that should be correct and balanced, right? Because we need informations for good governance. The media is the only medium which gives us the informations what is happening around us, what government is doing. And then people can criticize or appreciate the government for their work. So these kind of informations are necessary for good governance. So like this, if you see, it is a link between people and government. Whatever government is doing, that information gets to the people, reaches to the people through media. So you can see the media is having very important role to play in democracy. So like this, media should follow some code of ethics. First is correct information. So media should only give the reports which are based on facts. They should never publish or broadcast informations which is incorrect, misleading or distorted. Whatever information they are providing, that must be verified before it is made public. Only for their popularity they cannot show anything. Because ultimately people are going to react according to the informations whatever they are getting through the media. So it is media's responsibility to provide correct information to the people. Otherwise it can be misleading. If they are giving incorrect informations to people, then people can be misled. So it is media's responsibility to give correct informations to the people which are based on the facts. Then we have balanced information. Whatever informations given to the people should be balanced. It should be unbiased. So, what do you understand by this balanced report? What is balanced report? So, the balanced report is the report that discusses all points of view of a particular story. should keep all points of view related to the story, and then it should present it to the readers so that readers can understand all the views, and according to that they can make up their mind. But writing a balanced report depends upon the media being independent. An independent media can only give the balanced report if it is not in influence with any of the people, any of the person. That means it is independent from anyone's control or influence. Then only it can give a balanced report. So independent media is important. The media should be independent in democracy. It should not be in anyone's control or influence, and then only it can publish the balanced report. And it should keep all the views related to the story. But in reality, if we see, media is far from independence. They don't have that much of freedom. And why is this so? So there are some reasons. We'll go through that. What happens? The government controls the media. Now, they can prevent either a news item or a scene from movie or lyrics of a song to be shared to the public. And this is called censorship. So what happens? The government censors the films, but it does not really censor the media's coverage of news. Generally, it censors the films. Some part of the films can be excluded, can be censored. It cannot go to public. But in media coverage, it is not really. Some of the business houses also control media. How? Because as we discussed, for the income, for the money, what happens? The media shows advertisements. They are the part of these big business houses. They are advertising. They are getting their money from business houses. So like this, sometimes what happens? The interest of these business houses to focus on only one side of the story. The business houses does not want all the views to be kept in front of the people. So they can also control the media or TV channels. Now what happened? As we discussed, the main source of income of media is advertisement. So they don't report against the people or the business houses who are the source of the source of the income of the media. So they don't report about them. Also, to make a story interesting or to gain support from a particular issue, media often tends to focus on the particular aspects of the story. So these are some of the reasons. Sometimes it is controlled by government, sometimes by business houses, and sometimes to tend focus on particular aspect of the story, they do these things. Now next is human dignity. So media should always maintain the dignity of every human being. It should respect the people's privacy. Then you have interest of nation. The media should protect the interest of nation or society. It should be very cautious while presenting any news that may threaten the security or unity of the nation. For example, if there is dispute between two religious or cultural groups, they should be sensitive enough to publish that report. They cannot be giving a strong opinion about any of the particular religion or particular group involved in that dispute. Then you have avoiding vulgarity. It should not publish or broadcast the images or expressions which are rude or obscene. That means dirty. Then you have correcting errors. If there is any error in any of the news published by this media, they should promptly publish or broadcast the correct version of the news, and also they should be apologized for the mistake. Our next topic is the government and information. Now, if we talk about the democracy, in the democracy, the people have right to know about the policies and actions of the government. They have right to question, they have right to know about the policies of the government. So, how this government will give the information to the people? So, they use media, mass media, to provide the information to the people. So, they own some of the media units like Publication Division, the Press Information Bureau, the Prasar Bharati. Prasar Bharati also includes All India Radio and Doordarshan, etc. Now, the Minister of Information and Broadcasting in the central government looks after all these units. Now, this ministry is responsible for developing, regulating and sending out information related to government policies and their working. Now, as you all have heard about right to information, so here we will understand how this right to information came into existence. There was a popular struggle, there was a public movement which began in state of Rajasthan in 1990s. And why was this movement? Actually, public demanded the right to information. There were people who were employed in public works. Okay, and they were being denied their full wages. So the people who were working, they wanted to see the records to claim their full wages. They wanted the employer to give them the records so that they can see and understand why they are not given the full wages. But the government officials denied to show them. The government official have not given that record to the people. They told that this kind of records are secret document of the government. They cannot show these records to the people. Now, later on what happened, there was an NGO named Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan. This NGO raised this issue and they asked for all the documents related to public work. They organized public awareness campaign, dharnas, etc. in several towns of the Rajasthan. Later on what happened? The government of Rajasthan passed a law on right to information in 2000. Other states also passed this kind of law. At last, in 2005, the central government passed the Law Right to Information Act in 2005. So, in October 2005, there was a law in India, the Right to Information Act, and the provisions which were under this are, according to this act, the citizens have a legal right to get information from the government on the issues that concern them. They can ask the questions to the government. They have right to know about the informations. The authority have to provide the information sought by the people within 30 days of filing of application. Within 30 days, the government have to reply. The authorities have to reply. If the matter concerns the life and liberty of the applicant, the answer have to be given in 48 hours. Within 48 hours, if it concerns the life and liberty. Every public institution or body that is established, controlled or funded by the government must maintain its record in such a way that such records are easily accessible to the people. Now, with this act, the government became more transparent and accountable in their style of working to the people. Now people easily can know about any of the information. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.